Dot Services Limited has constructed several roads in Tanzania, built a reputation of high standards and quality engineering works. The company constructed the Tari-Mombara Road, which connects Mosh to Dar es Salaam city. The project was executed at the time the current President John Pombe Magufuli was the Minister for Transport in President Jakaya Mrisho Kikwete's regime.
We have done many projects. We have done close to 200 kilometers of bituminous roads in Tanzania.
And because the work was of good quality and met international standards, the Tanzanian government awarded Dot Services another project to construct a 50-kilometer road in Mtwara, about 50 kilometers from Dar es Salaam.
This road is a double surface dressing road with a base course of CRS, crushed stone. CRS is a crushed stone. Sub-base, which is a chemical stabilization, that is cement stabilization. And below you have G15, G7, G3. It's a huge embankment actually all over the road.
Mtwara is an old town neighboring the Indian Ocean. This gives the city a serene and beautiful landscape, with the ocean serving as its natural geographical border. The city is generally slow, but thrives mainly on seafoods and cashew nuts businesses. This area is also well known for coconut growing. For these businesses to thrive, the locals need good roads for easy transportation of their harvest and catch from the ocean. The Tanzanian government awarded Dot Services the contract to widen and construct the 50-kilometer road, which begins here. The old road is narrow and full of potholes. The road is the stone-chipped type. It goes all through the stages of construction after the design phase.
First, we'll start on clearing and grubbing. After that, we'll go in next step, it will be removal of topsoil. After that, we'll have approval from our consultant, then we go on reaping. After reaping, we add required water. Yeah, we add water because of having optimum moisture content to process a road bed.
Every material used on the road is tasted from the laboratory run by the consultant. This is to ensure that the compaction and the material form a strong layer. The gravel is picked from a far-flung area because of the sandy type of soils in the Mtwara area.
Where the road passes through very low-lying areas with some hills as well, with the rolling terrain. So there's a lot of field which you need to do, and it links to the now opened Dangote Cement and the Mtwara Seaport.
The General Foreman, Engineer Ramadan Muhammad, explains the use of gravel and the steps taken to construct this road.
For example, like where we are standing, we have 23 layers to reach on E3 top. And each layer we have to do 250.
The next step is G7, which also goes through the same process of adding water and compacting until it meets the required standards as stated in the design document.
The same procedure, we dump material as required. We'll spread it and check addition. After that, we put water required. We'll process it and compact have approval.
All these are done to make sure that the road doesn't get inundated or you don't do excess fill or less fill. for the road to last long. Yeah, it all depends on the design, and this design, that's how it is.
After spreading G15 and compacting it to the required levels, the next step is adding CM concrete material, which is mixed with cement and lime. Thereafter adding CRS, the next step is prime, which requires sweeping with a blower to remove unwanted particles from the road.
If not removed the coming layer that fasten, it will not bond that prime, because that dust will be taken all the prime. That's why we are sweeping.
Bitumen is then spread on the road and allowed to dry naturally. Later, the chip spreader will pour the chips according to the required amount.
That one, it is a 13 kg per square meter. Then we'll back roll it.
After chipping, the tire rollers are applied to the surface to ensure that the chip and the bitumen bond. There is a standby team ready to add the chips to the parts the spreader may not have reached.
We need to wait for 7 days. After that, we'll sweep again.
The road has up to 23 layers in some areas, but there is also reinforced concrete box culverts to ensure good runoff flow to keep the road dry. The materials used here are picked from the Dot Services quarry, about 30 kilometers away. At the quarry, the crusher will grind the rocks into different sizes of CRS, later transported and kept at the project camp.
In this particular road of Mtwara, the key challenges are with respect to the materials availability. The area is replete with any stone around, so we had to we ship stones from close to 160 kilometers from the site, because there is no rock available which can cater for the requirement of the road. That is one of the major challenges. The rest, of course, the normal challenges on the road, like water, but it's not a distance is there, but it's not such a big challenge.
This new road is expected to be handed over to the Tanzanian government by June 2019, barring any eventualities.